Sziasztok, itt is vagyok a folytatással. Ott abba hagytuk, hogy Desdemonával fogunk beszélni.
Patriot?
There's a man or woman, we're not sure, inside the Institute who helps Synths escape to freedom. Dozens of Synths owe him their lives. We don't know his name. We've never had a way to contact him, so we gave him the code name, Patriot. If your plan works, and you're able to get inside the Institute, we need you to make contact.
How can I contact him if you know nothing about him?
Patriot devised a method to communicate with us one way. The plan hinges on us using this method to close the loop and contact him back.
Okay. I'll do my best.
Tom's encrypted a message for Patriot's eyes only. Once he sees it, he'll contact you. Until you make contact, and probably after, you need to stay in their good graces. You need to infiltrate them. Can you do that? Can you be our agent on the inside?
Bring it on.
You can do this. I believe in you. Stand on the platform and I'll give you the holotape. Just plug it into any Institute terminal and wait for the reply. Tom, talk to me.
Booting up the scan sequence. This frequency is only going to work once.
Very
You know who
distracting.
doesn't make the same mistake
You know
twice.
this, yes?
You're pretty distracting yourself.
I had a point. A reason.
I'm gonna have to cut a few corners
Oh,
of the scan.
yes. My control of feelings is worse than before. And you are Noel. With your teasing of poor little Curie. But it is not just you. Sometimes a simple compliment. Nice hair. And I am flustered. Confused. Other times, people suggest the strangest and most lurid things.
Just stand
And
on
I
the
am
platform.
even more
I'll
confused.
take it from there.
Why do people do this?
Because you're so cute when you're confused.
Stand on the
You
platform.
are not making any of this easier, you. Oh, I must get a handle on this if I am ever to advance my experiments.
Just stand on the platform. I'll take it from there.
Hey,
Do you need something? Always a pleasure.
your thoughts?
We must find the men of
Stand on the
science and
platform.
institutes of
I'll take it
learning.
from there.
Surely they are out there still.
So, how are we doing, Siri?
My
Stand on the
feelings towards
platform.
you are one of the
I'll take
few
it from
things I can process. We are, as you say, good.
Just stand on the platform.
I think it's about time we called it quits.
All good things must end, I suppose.
Az ez, ugye? Aha, nem.
Just stand on the platform. I'll take it from there.
Ez hova megy?
Just stand on the platform. I'll take it from there.
Do you got a Geiger?
Come back when you can.
Ő hova szalad most? Én azt nem tudom. Mikor ott van a csónakház.
Hi.
Do you need something, monsieur?
I'd like to travel together some more.
Then let us get underway.
Hey,
May I be of assistance? What shall we talk about?
I think we ought to part ways.
All good things must end, I suppose.
Nem tudom, miért szaladtam, mikor pont itt voltunk ezen a helyen, ahova küldtem.
Status report.
We got activity, Des. Not sure how long before it peaks.
The Institute is a huge unknown. Before we can make any plans, you need to do something. What I'm about to tell you is the most closely guarded secret the Railroad has. It's time you learn about Patriot.
Ez már megvolt. Ja.
Desdemona.
Status report.
We got activity, Des. Not sure how long before it peaks.
The Institute is a huge unknown. Before we can make any plans, you need to do something. What I'm about to tell you is the most closely guarded secret the Railroad has. It's time you learn about Patriot.
Patriot.
There's a man, or woman, we're not sure, inside the Institute who helps synths escape to freedom. Dozens of synths owe him their lives. We don't know his name. We've never had a way to contact him, so we gave him the code name, Patriot. If your plan works, and you're able to get inside the Institute, we need you to make contact.
Okay. I'll do my best.
Tom's encrypted a message for Patriot's eyes only. Once he sees it, he'll contact you. Until you make contact, and probably after, you need to stay in their good graces. You need to infiltrate them. Can you do that? Can you be our agent on the inside?
Bring it on.
You can do this. I believe in you. Stand on the platform and I'll give you the holotape. Just plug it into any Institute terminal and wait for the reply. Tom, talk to me.
Booting up the scan sequence. Just stand on the platform. I'll take it from there.
Do I look like I have time for idle chat?
Just stand on the platform. I'll take it from there. So stand still. You gotta lock in all those molecules of yours. Hopefully we won't miss any.
Belki jöttünk fel.
Trillion of them. All right, feeding our baby some juice. Let's see what she's got.
Take this holotape. You need it to contact Patriot.
Oh man, don't worry. That's all part of the plan.
Tom, do whatever you can to gain their trust. Lie. Tell them what they want to hear. Make up a cover story and sell it.
Come on, I think I got it. Establishing lock on the Institute signal.
Just get all the information you can. About Synth. About the Institute's plans. Find their weaknesses. If we can disable or destroy the Institute, we may have to do it. You jack that holotape into any terminal and Patriot will make contact. He has to.
Got the RF. We got it.
Find a way to save them. Nobody else can.
Now.
Hey, hey.
Hello. I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I am known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here.
It's stuck.
I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator. I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean? Is that really you?
Who are you?
Sean, it's me. I'm your dad.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Sean, are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
What's going on? Father? Father!
What do you want me to do, Sean? What can I do?
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here, help me!
Who is Father? Where is he?
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Father? That's your name? Your title?
Father is my unofficial title. It's what I've come to mean to the people of the Institute, just as you mean to your son, to Sean.
Just help me understand what's going on here.
I promised answers, and answers you shall have. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been... It's good to finally meet you. After all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
How is that even possible?
I know this is a lot to take in. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality, and here I am. Raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
But why? Why take a child? Why take you?
Ah, now that's the question, isn't it? Why me? At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
Human synths? Really?
Human-like synths. A great distinction. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father.
Minden Szint
Through science, we're a
atya.
family. The synths, me, and you.
And you've been down here the whole time?
I have. Yes. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up?
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Collateral damage? Is that all she was to you?
I forget that it's been such a short time for you. I don't have any direct memories. And I've had my entire life to cope with the loss. Has it always been easy? Of course not. But I've done my best to move on and live my life. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
But, Director? Why you?
I was the most qualified for the position. Obviously. I've lived my life within these walls, dedicated to science like every other member of the Institute. My hard work has paid off. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. I know there's more for us to discuss. But the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
You want me to stay here? In the Institute?
Yes, that is what I propose. Is it so hard to imagine? The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
How can you say that? How can you be so dismissive of all those people? Everything they've done?
Because it is the simple truth. And I believe you know it too. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
Are you sure you want this?
Yes, I am. It would benefit us both to work together.
All right.
Thank you. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ayo in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this
My
primary
daddy
drive
says
servo.
your father's
That's the
daddy,
third primary
but
drive breakdown
he
this
looks so
month.
much older than
As
you.
far as I'm concerned, the phase out on these older models can't come soon enough.
Oh, I don't know. Most of them have lasted long past their projected lifespans. If you ask me, they were built pretty well.
I can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see the full Gen 3 roll out.
There we go. All set. Unit, you can return to duty.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks again.
Of course.
Hi, Doc.
They weren't kidding. You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much, I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
What makes you ask? I'm a complete stranger to you.
I suppose when I heard your story, well, I felt sorry for you. You've suffered more tragedy than any one person deserves. Your whole world is gone. I'm sorry. I know that was a very personal question. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the Facilities Division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
I'm just looking around.
I see. Well, please do mind what you touch. Sensitive equipment here, not like topside. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the facilities division, I'm happy to discuss it.
Who built this place, originally? Has it been here long?
The construction of the Institute is the work of generations of scientists. The original survivors of the war, our progenitors, took refuge in the basement of the old Commonwealth Institute of Technology. Over time, their sons and daughters dug deeper into the earth and built increasingly sophisticated habitats and laboratories. It's a process that's still going on today. Even now, we're digging out tunnels for new facilities and infrastructure. Just think what this place will look like 100 years from now. I hope I'm there to see it.
No visible reaction to the K-14 compound. We'll start the next trial then. The dosage will be much larger this time, and the side effects will likely be more pronounced.
Will there be any pain?
I honestly don't know. I suppose it's your job to find out. Now hold still. Now, all done. You can return to your duties. And remember to record every symptom you experience in detail.
I hope I'll prove a useful test subject for you, Doctor.
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it for fun.
Excuse me, Doctor?
Ah, it's you. You're here then. Yes, I know who you are. We all do. While I'm sure Father is very happy that you're here, I do hope it doesn't interrupt our work.
What is it you're working on?
Advanced Systems, Special Projects. You've seen the boy, Synth, already. We've been hard at work on him for quite a while now. Oh, before I forget, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
Thank you. I'm sure that'll come in handy.
Given that the relay is the only way to access the Institute, handy is something of an understatement. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Now, unless there's something else, I really do need to get back to work.
Tell me about the people in your division.
I'm not sure what there is to say. Dr. Watson is the Specialist Project's lead scientist. He's, how to put it, very organized and precise. Dr. Ormond is one of the youngest scientists in the Institute, and she's something of a prodigy when it comes to physics.
Dr. Lee. Is everything okay, Dr. Lee? You seem pretty tense.
Yes, things are... It's fine. I'm sorry, I don't socialize much. I prefer to focus on my work.
Dr. Lee. I'd like a progress report on your division, if you don't mind.
Taking your new appointment in stride, I see. Very well. We've shifted resources off of other projects, like the Child Synth, to focus on Phase 3. I'm hoping that the above-ground efforts are successful. I understand those depend heavily on you.
I need to synthesize a few components. Any idea if the latest weapons run has finished yet?
I'm fairly certain, yes.
Finally.
Ha jól emlékszem, ezek a szintváltó gránátok, ezekkel szinteket lehetett dobálni a harctérre, vagy mi?
When are you going to tell me about this mysterious Phase 3?
You know I can't talk about that. We're all looking forward to working with you.
Elnézést. Elmozdult a lábtámasz.
Is it true Food Supplement 77 has been discontinued?
That is correct.
That was my favorite one. Can't we keep it a little longer?
I will be happy to forward your request to the Bioscience Division. In the meantime, please feel free to enjoy one of our other nutritious and flavorful food supplements.
I want Supplement 77.
I am sorry, sir, but that supplement is no longer available.
Useless machine. You're here. Glad you made it.
Excuse me.
The commissary is always open. Would you like some processed sustenance packets?
Let's see what you have.
Pretty much the same thing, I guess. Well, enjoy your day off.
Nem volt olyan lényeges ezek szerint. Már végre nem sugárszennyezett vizet ittunk.
Hey, it's me. So you're the one who sent the encrypted message. How did you even do that? I wasn't sure anyone on the surface would have a chance to crack Trinity. You know, the encryption algorithm.
Trinity? What's that?
Trinity is an encryption system with a cipher, or key cut up into many pieces. You need several pieces in the correct order to unlock it. I put a Trinity piece with every synth I helped escape. It was a long shot, but I was hoping some good Samaritan would connect it all together.
Who are you?
I'm Liam Benet. My father runs synth development, and everyone knows who you are.
A friend named Tinker Tom cracked your encryption.
He must have had some serious hardware to pull that off. Wow, your message was only one word. Friend. What did you mean by that?
What do you think?
At the very least, I'm hoping it means you won't turn me in. But you really are a friend, aren't you?
The railroad sent me to look for someone they call Patriot. That's you.
What? The railroad? As in the railroad? And they gave me a code name too? I kept sending synths to the surface hoping someone would help them. I hoped the railroad got to some of them, but I never knew for certain.
How did you help synths escape?
Through hacking. The departments focus their best talents on hard science. Why waste time on terminal security, right? The SRB is the exception, and unfortunately, they control which synths go to the surface. But a forged work order from, let's say, bioscience can get a hand-picked synth on surface detail. And it turns out the railroad was waiting for them. Wow.
Why are you helping synths?
At first, I just wanted to see if I could get away with it. It was a challenge, you know? But then I realized the synths are really just like us, except without any freedom. I decided to help the ones that wanted to escape, so they can have a better life.
You saved a lot of synths.
So much to take in. But wait, with you in the picture, I have this idea. To rescue a lot of synths. At once. But we'll need help. Where's he working now? Right. Let's go to the West Atrium. Probably best to talk about something else right now. You know my father thinks it's a living hell on the surface. But that can't be right. Heck, you look positively normal to me. No offense.
Nem veszem.
I'm not sure if we could ever make the surface actually a decent place to live. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't at least try to help, you know? C-114, it's me.
Sir, do you require something?
It's okay, C-1. He's a friend. He's with the railroad.
Meeting here is dangerous. And you bring a stranger. You. How do I know we can trust you?
Because the members of the railroad have dedicated their lives to fight for your freedom.
I thought only Mr. Benet cared. But your friends actually fight for us?
That's what the railroad does, C-1. He's from the surface.
I've never met another human willing to help. But, sir, we must make this quick.
Right now. How many synths want to escape, C-1?
The ones I know for certain? 13.
That'll take forever. Let's free those 13 all in one go.
I would do anything for my people. But how do we get them to the teleporter? It's no good. The old maintenance tunnels that lead there are always sealed. By the SRB.
If I can find a way to open those doors, could you get your synths to the teleporter room?
Yes. We'll talk later. Someplace more secure.
Just a few high-security doors, right? Controlled by cutting-edge SRB security tech. Yeah. A head-on hack is the sucker play. So we go at them sideways. You're willing to help, right? I can't do this alone.
Of course I'll help you.
Our core security architecture hasn't fundamentally changed from the old CIT days. The original security program was called Code Defender. Revolutionary stuff. We still have terminals running version 1, mothballed in storage. With some persuasion, I can get an old terminal to interface with the new security terminals. Enough to open doors, at least. Problem is, I can't even crack version 1. So I need a good old-fashioned username and a password. And that's nowhere to be found in the Institute. But if you could get me a pre-war admin password from the surface, I could log right in.
Where would I find that?
Unfortunately, I don't know. The obvious place won't work. The CIT ruins were picked clean years ago, but some of the admins had to live off campus. Ask your friends in the railroad. I need those login credentials.
Na, a biotudomány, ahonnan Virgil is származik.
Have you had time to examine my latest reports on batch 274?
Not yet. I've been reviewing Father's plans to expand our operations at Warwick. He's eager to get that going, so I've had to put everything else to one side.
I wonder how the Warwick family is doing. Young Wally must be close to 10 years old by
Ne
now.
nyomd meg a piros
It's remarkable
gombot.
that any child can survive for so long up there, don't you think?
I try not to think too much about it. We have more than enough to occupy ourselves here. Those people are the last remnants of a dying past. It's best not to dwell on the subject.
They're still people, and they're suffering. We can at least admit that it's regrettable. After all, How can we hope to redefine mankind if we
Hi,
can't
Isaac.
hold on to our own humanity?
Well, that's a question best left to our colleagues in the robotics division.
Yes, well...
Dr. Holdren's synth gorilla project is showing promising results. Hi there.
Humanity's future is taking root right here.
Doctor.
Welcome. So good to have you here. Dr. Clayton Holdren, head of the Bioscience Division. I can't wait for you to see the work we're doing. It's truly amazing.
Like what?
I was just about to explain that. As the name implies, the Bioscience Division specializes in fields of study such as botany, genetics, and medicine. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being of everyone in the Institute. To that end, we cultivate highly specialized breeds of flora for use in food and medicine. We've even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal life. You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this point, but the potential is exciting nonetheless.
Seems like there's nothing you guys can't do.
With hard work and ingenuity, any challenge can be overcome. I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time as it is. But I have to ask, have you decided whether you'll join us?
I'm not sure how well I'll fit in, but I'd like to give it a try.
Great. I was hoping you'd say that. In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around. Or, if you prefer, I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Is there anything I can do to help out?
There might be. Tell you what, you get settled in, and check back with me later. I'll see what I can find out.
Hi there.
Yes.
Meg lett ígérve Virgilnek, hogy elhozunk neki egy szérumot, és most azért megyek. Ennyit rólatok. Remélem ez a védelemre van. Kikapcsoljam őket. Ja, hogy már nincs több.
That's it.
Resetting threat level. AO compromised. Engaging.
Anyád. Nem is tudtam, hogy ilyen. Azt hittem, hogy ezt csak a 76-ba hozták be.
Got it. Ezek mik itt? Miért van cigaretta a macskába? Szuper mutáns, meg egy macska. Mi az ez? That's it.
Macska húg. Ez miért van itt? Vas. Ó, szupermutánsok. Az intézet hozta akkor őket létre. Ami elég bonyolult. Itt van Virgin-nek a izéje. Kloszolja. Akkor ez az ő lajbolja. Férfi 30-as. Nő 30-as. 20-as évei.
Personal record. Dr. Brian Virgil. This will likely be my last recording. My requests to shut down the FEV program have repeatedly been denied. We've learned nothing useful in the last 10 years. Why does Father insist on continuing it? If he won't see reason, then I have to take matters into my own hands. What we're doing, it's not right.
Nem lehet megkülönböztetni a nőt és a férfit, ez a baj.
After I'm gone, know that I never wanted to hurt anyone. Anyone. Do you understand me? I'm gonna make sure the whole program is shut down. If not for good, then at least for years to come. After that, I know what I'm about to do will be seen as a betrayal. Treason, he'll probably call it. So, I'm leaving. I have a plan. And if it works, I'll be somewhere safe. Somewhere not even the coursers can find me. Everything that we've done, the lives we've taken. If there is a God, may he have mercy on us all.
This is Dr. Elliot with the official report for the Directorate from Bioscience. The date is, August.
100 évvel a háború után.
I'm pleased to report that, as has been the case during my tenure, crop yields exceed expectations. In point of fact, everything down here is fine, with one notable exception. Dr. Frederick has informed me that the Directorate has pre-approved research on samples of the FEV virus, which he already has in his possession. Now, I'm not one to question the Directorate, you all know that. I don't even want to know where this came from, but, well, this is troubling. Dangerous, possibly. I will do my best to make sure risks are minimized, but I really do hope that the consequences are understood. This is Dr. Elliot reporting for the Bioscience Division, March 22-24. We just received another batch of subjects, but as my previous report stated, we're at an impasse here. More of the same won't help. The two most promising strains of FEV have been adapted to an ideal state, but we're still missing something. I am officially echoing the team's position. The most likely progress for our research on synthetic organics requires new avenues of exploration. Additional Commonwealth subjects will not help. It's the same problem across the board, exposure to too much radiation. We need someone new. There's a proposal we'll be putting forward. I am not entirely comfortable with it, but it seems the best course.
A fiúvírus.
Father's work has been a real inspiration for me.
Please resist any urge you might feel to eat the specimens in the hydroponic garden.
The latest synth generation is just amazing. Those guys in robotics are working miracles.
Doc. Yes, I'm sure that whatever you have to say is very interesting, but now simply isn't a good time.
Working on something important?
All of my work is important. Now, if you're quite finished, I'd very much like to get back to these mental equations. They're difficult enough without the distractions.
Equations for what?
Honestly, you wouldn't understand them. Now, I'm afraid I must end this little chat, although it's been so very diverting.
Do you require anything?
I'm in.
Hogy a sötétben.
Remember to keep unnecessary power consumption to a minimum. Don't recharge unless your primary levels are below 2%. Also, if you haven't patched your navigation software, do so after this meeting. The last thing we need is more synths bumping into walls. All right, that's all for now. You can resume your duties.
If you require maintenance disruptions at my work might cause Facilities Division.
Szerintem rossz helyre jöttem.
You know the protocol, sir. Authorized personnel only.
So Dr. Ayo...
All systems nominal.
Seriously thinking of heading over to robotics to knock some
Dr.
heads
Watson can be a
together.
little
Systems
obsessive when it
starting
comes
a
to
new
rules
big
and
package
norms.
upgrades I asked for. Maybe I should take some courses with me. Send the message.
Please don't. There's enough friction as it is between us and pretty much all the other departments.
You going soft on me, Alana? My methods get results, and they will this time as well. You'll see.
Like any machine, a synth can malfunction. Just wish it didn't happen so often. I swear I spend half my time smoothing the feathers that Justin ruffles. We need to be able to collaborate with the other divisions, and that's a lot harder when they're always angry at us.
What's Justin doing that's causing friction?
Oh, he's just pushy and demanding. He thinks his problem should be everyone's biggest concern. I have to admit, though, the other divisions have never taken our needs as seriously as they should. Guess they see us as a necessary evil or something. It's really not fair. Oh, just listen to me. It's the first chance we've had to get acquainted, and all I want to do is complain. In any case, it was good to meet you.
If the robotics division was
Everyone's
a little
excited
more
about
careful,
the new
we
system.
wouldn't
germs
have
on
synths
me.
trying to escape.
Excuse me, Doctor.
So, here you are.
Justin Ayo.
Acting Director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity.
I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
Why? Don't you trust me?
I'll be honest. You're an outsider.
The first outsider to be allowed access to the Institute in quite a long time, in fact. There's little precedent for this situation, so it's only natural to take extra precautions, It's nothing personal, I assure you.
Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the Synth Retention Bureau. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
Why would synths want to escape?
Synths do not want. They might look like human beings, but they're machines. As to why they're escaping? That matter is currently under investigation. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our Coursers are relentless. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
I'm no stranger to combat.
Even so, a Courser should be more than a match for any single combatant. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. As if we don't have enough problems. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
If you're the acting head of the SRB, who were you filling in for?
Dr. Zimmer holds that position. He's supervising the retrieval of some of the more high-profile units. In his absence, I keep things running smoothly.
I can't imagine living on the surface. It sounds like a nightmare.
A child synth. It's just remarkable.
Operating at full capacity.
I must be the luckiest synth in the Institute.
Hey there.
As the Institute's first personal synth, I try to set a good example.
What's a personal synth?
Dr. Benet is carrying out a social experiment. He wants to see if a synth can integrate into a human family. I know I can never replace his wife or be a real mother to Liam, but I can at least help with the domestic duties. I like to think I'm a pretty good cook. It was a real pleasure to meet you.
Szerintem elég rosszul van megcsinálva a
So
csontozatot.
I'll let you get back to that. It's an honor to have you here, sir.
Welcome to the Institute, sir.
Do you require anything?
Labirintus.
Now that you've had a chance to see the Institute firsthand, what do you think?
You've got technology here that I never dreamed possible. It's amazing.
I'm glad you can appreciate what we've accomplished. None of it has been easy.
Ja. És már nem segítik a fentiek életét jobbá tenni.
The goal is best summarized by our motto. Mankind, redefined. Unfortunately, no advancement comes without occasional setbacks. As remarkable as our synths are, they can be dangerous without proper supervision. The superior synth mind and body attempting to wrestle with something approaching free will can be a recipe for chaos.
If the synths are intelligent and self-aware, then they have a right to free will.
However closely they may approximate human behavior, they are still our creations. When you see what I have to show you, I think you'll agree that we know what is best for our synths. A rogue synth has taken over the Raider gang at Libertalia. His memories have been erased, and his identity altered. He believes he's a man named Gabriel. Under his leadership, the Raiders have taken many innocent lives. I've dispatched a courser to Libertalia. I'd like you to join him and reclaim that synth.
Who erased his memories? And why?
Those idealistic radicals who call themselves the Railroad are behind it. We'll deal with them. Now you should get moving. Many people are in danger, and a delay could cost lives.
Well, I'm glad to see the relay didn't completely vaporize you.
The interceptor worked. It was rough, but it worked.
Amazing. And what about the serum? Did you find the serum?
Got it right here.
That's it. That's really it. All right. Let's see. Retrovirus has matured nicely. Density gradient is high. Recombinant counter-intron sequences look stable. Transcriptive exon strands have formed.
So it's good.
There's only one way to find out. All right. Here we go.
Protect and serve.
No. We wait.
It'll work. Don't worry.
I hope so. We just have to let the retrovirus run its course. I'm going to rest for a while. I'm back in a few days, maybe a week, and... well, I guess we'll see. In any event, you kept your end of our bargain. Thank you.
Hey, it's Charmer.
Charmer's back.
Oh, thank God.
Áll a fülembe kell, Tommy.
Funny, you didn't sound certain yesterday. It is really, really good to see you. Did it work? Did you make it inside the Institute?
I got there, and the Institute is paradise. Healthy people, clean, plenty to eat.
The paradise built on the backs of slavery is no paradise at all. In Tom's holotape, did you make contact with Patriot?
I met Patriot. His name is Liam Benet.
I knew you'd get the job done. We need every scrap of intel you picked up in there. Write up a full report on Pam's terminal. After you're done, we'll analyze it and figure out the next step. Get to it.
I was power napping and whammo, it hit me. Got some ideas on how to kit out Deliverer. Make your super badass gun even more, well, more. So check out my stock.
I'll take a look.
I will set you up, my friend.
Establishing Mercer's safe house is a sign we're on the road to recovery. Thank you for that.
Carrington wants word. Glad you're with us.
Those vaults?
Ah, good.
You got too many teeth to be a scammer.
Preliminary analysis complete.
Anything we need to move on?
Affirmative. Codename Patriot requires admin credentials for Code Defender security software. Cross-indexing CIT security administrators with 2077 Commonwealth Census records. Filtering by surviving structures. One match found. Bergman. Wilfred. Bergman. Wilfred. Registered as co-owner of Cambridge Polymer Labs. Estimated 81% chance of login credentials being located at this facility.
What's at Cambridge Polymer?
Cambridge Polymer Labs, LLC, had several active military contracts.
De jó, robotokkal kell majd akkor küzdeni.
Is currently classified as extremely dangerous.
Azt gondoltam.
Password report back here.
With any luck, we'll have a game plan by then.
I suppose that's something worth building.
Who could craft
Whatever
something
it
other than
is.
a paragraph.
So where are we off to next?
Thank you. It's like I can finally think straight.
Most folks are just looking for a hand. All we gotta do is offer.
You better keep your mouth shut about this place. Can't trust anyone.
Zuhanyoznak a...
Remain calm if you are injured.
Ez már itt egy fosztogató. Hogy jutott idáig? Egy change query. Jó, van, nem tudom egyelőre hol lehet. Kicsit alszok. Curie!
Hey, June. You hanging in there?
Oh, well, I guess so. Every day I get up and tell myself, you just have to get through today.
You've been through a rough time, man. The worst.
Anything I can do? You just say the word.
I gave up alcohol after settling down here. Doctor said I shot my liver.
Glad the sun's coming up soon. I don't like stumbling around in the dark.
Hi.
Ready to head back out?
That depends. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good enough to head out and crush some skulls. So, are you ready to hit the road?
Not now.
Well, make up your mind.
This is a far cry from working with the gunners. Glad that's behind me.
Nothing's more satisfying than a smoking gun and a pocket full of calves.
Do I look like I have time for idle chit-chat?
Protect and serve.
Hol lehet ez a nőci? Hát ez nem igaz. Miért nem találom?
Nice day. Where are we headed?
Man, I could really use a cigarette.
Én ide küldtem pedig.
Do you got a Geiger counter, bub?
Mine is in the shop.
You're HQ's new guy, right? Oh, thanks for setting up this place. Kinda wish you would have set up a cot or something, but at least it's safe, right? It is safe, right?
You shouldn't have any problems out here.
Yeah,
This place is definitely better than the last hole in the wall I was at. It was literally a hole in the wall. We got a package incoming. You know, package. I've plotted out her escape route, got a new guy, new tourist that's gonna help. He's all ready to sign up, but he's got big problems. We clear those problems up, and our package has got a nice cozy shack to lay low in.
Understood.
I don't know what you'll be facing, but it's gotta be dealt with. I'll mark it on your map. Go there and do what you HQ types do. Then K8's all set. I'll make sure she gets out of the Commonwealth.
Protect and serve.
Majdnem elfelejtettem ezért. Így. Na, ez még mindig nincs meg, nem hiszem el. Na jó, nem tudom, hova lett Fury. Pedig beszélni akarok vele.
Pretty clear out here tonight. The weather holds up.
Nights like this, a warm spot with a cold beer would be heaven. Never thought a reporter could consider themselves a success until someone threatened their life. Me? I'm very successful.
Mi ez a teljes üreg?
All this walking's wearing me out.
Mind if we swap some things around, dog meat? Hey! Come on, boy. It's time to go. Hey. How you doing, buddy? Why don't you wait at home, boy?
Na megint? Ez most direkt. Azt hittem, hogy lezuhan. Meg szerencsé, hogy nem tudok megfulladni. Ajaj. Ez nem úgy van, ahogy elterveztem. Ojojojojoj, megkacsott.
Threat analysis. Yellow. Beginning lethal force neutralization operation. No threat analysis. Green. Resuming standard control pattern.
De azért jön. Ez komoly. Hát tényleg lejött egy robot. Ja, ide jött ez az átkozott robot. Átvettünk erre. Ez mellé ment? Ja, frasz. Még mit nem? Végre.
I'm ready to move in, sir.
You must be the courser I'm supposed to meet.
Yes, sir. Designation X688. I've already neutralized the perimeter guard. Just give the word and we can start the assault on the main flotilla.
All right, let's go.
Right behind you, sir.
Jaj, majdnem leestem. Watch az övenelő lélek.
We're not alone.
Nem mondod, Siri.
Guess it was nothing. There's someone else here.
Én azt nem tudom, miért nem találja, amikor egyenesen rá célzok. Ez a végrehajtó jól lemaradt szerintem. Ó, mennyi. Tényleg sok a halott. A valóságban egy ilyen armor alatt összeszakadna ez a nyavaj. USS-ek beadtam. Elnézést, hölgyem. Idióta.
capabilities. Fascinating. Detected.
Teljesen lelőtte a lábamat, és már a sisakom is megsérült. Ezek a robotok miért nem másznak fel, mikor tudják, hogy ott van? A banyek most jól rámiesztett ez az átokfajzat. Először.
Hold up a moment, sir. There's something important I need to tell you.
What is it?
I'm going to give you B592's reset code. If he hears the code phrase, it'll reset his cognitive processes and make him docile. You'll need to say B592 initialize factory reset, followed by the authorization code Gamma 71 Epsilon. Once he's shut down, I can transport him safely back to the Institute.
Good. I'd like to avoid any unnecessary violence.
Well, he might not be alone up there. Violence might be inevitable. That's all, sir. Ready when you are.
Hell yeah.
Well
Judging
done.
by your gear, I'm gonna guess you two are agents of
Just
the
like me.
Doc, made it to the
Tell
top. Is the Institute so desperate for resources that it's stealing plunder from honest, hard-working Commonwealth gangs?
B592 initialize factory reset authorization Gamma 71 Epsilon.
What? You okay? Gabriel, can you hear me? Shit, they did something! Take them out!
Ó, hogy megsérült. Halljál már!
Reporting status. All functions normal.
That's it.
Hát jól szét lett cseszve az armor, mi? Na. Egészségedre. Na, már megint ledobálta a könyveket. Most már ennyi lett volna igazából. Innen fogom folytatni. Csak annyinak örülnék, hogy tudnám, hogy Curie merre lehet. Mert ugyebár ide küldtem. És nem találom.
Only thing better than getting pissed is picking a fight. Am I right? Only thing better than getting pissed is picking a fight. Am I right?
Hey, got a sec?
Ready to head back out?
Ready.
Good. Then let's get moving.
Hey.
Hmm? You wanted to ask something?
How do you think things are between us?
You're the kind of person I can depend on. There aren't many people lucky enough to know someone like that.
Nothing else I needed.
No problem.
I'm always glad to see the sun come up one more time.
Let me know if there's anything I can do to lighten the load. Or, you know, if you need anything proofread.
Need something? I gotta be honest with you. I feel
Nothing
more
stays
comfortable
hidden
with
forever.
a rocky
At
ceiling
least,
above my head.
not if I have my say.
Hey.
What is it? Can I help?
Kate, I think it's time for you to leave.
Okay, I'll head home for now. Watch yourself out there.
Yes, Nelly?
Szóval akkor innen fogjuk folytatni. Addig is. Sziasztok!